Morning. Today we're going to continue with the coordinates work that we started yesterday. So you need to take your TJ book and you need to turn to page 76 today. Now your learning objective is to be able to identify the position of an object on coordinate grid lines. Okay, so yesterday we were looking at positions in squares and today we're actually looking at them on lines. So we've moved on slightly. So if you could all look at the yellow box at the top of page 76, it says the position of an object or point can also be described by using coordinate grid lines. This shows the two lines where the point lies. Okay, so it's more specific than it just being in a whole square that we were looking at yesterday. Today we're looking at an actual point. Okay, so if we look at the blue grid, it says this shows the two lines where the point lies. For example, the position of the dog is at C5. So can you see the dog is where the two lines cross? Okay, so we go along the corridor to C, and then we go up the stairs to 5, and that is where the dog is. So he's at C5. And the cat, we go along the corridor to F, and up the stairs to 3. So the cat is at F3. So, and it says remember along first, then up. So remember along the corridor and then up the stairs. So your task today is to do exercise 2 and also to do the revisit, review and revise. So altogether that's page 76, page 77 and page 78. Okay. So if we look at page 76 to start with, exercise 2, you're simply writing down the positions of those letters within the grid. Okay, so where the lines cross, remember go along the corridor, up the stairs and write down first the letter and then the number of where those points are. Then number 2 is very similar. In fact it's exactly the same, and then it asks you, so for A you've got to write down the coordinates for each letter on the grid, and for B you're moving up, so you find point A, so this is on B1 now. So question 2, B1, it says from point A what letter is 1 right and 2 up, so you go along right and then you go 2 up from coordinate A. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And then for question 2, B2, from point A you go 3 to the right and 1 down, and you write the coordinate of that, or what letter is at that point, and then you name the letters on those grid lines there. Okay, when you get to number 3, it's more of the same. You've got soldiers out exercising on a training on an exercise field here, and you've got to say which soldiers are at which points. You just need to write their names. Number 4 is the same again, and you just need to read the questions carefully. Always remember along the corridor and up the stairs, and you can't really go wrong. Okay, when you finish page 77, the next page 78 is like a roundup of everything that you've done so far. Okay, so by the time you get to 78 you should be pretty good at this stuff. If you would like to use the mark scheme at the back of the book, you can mark what you've done today and send me in your mark, or you can take a photograph of it and send it in and I'll mark it for you, or you can mark it and send in a photo of you having marked it so I can see what you've done. I talked to the class yesterday, the ones that turned up, not many of you came actually, but for those of you that came, we talked about marking it yourself is quite a good idea sometimes, because it gives you instant feedback. You can see straight away if you have made a mistake, and you can see, usually you should be able to see from looking at the right answer where you went wrong. But you don't have to mark it if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. I'm very happy to mark it for you. Anyway, be brilliant. And I will see some of you at the Zoom session at 10:45. Don't worry, if you don't want to come or you've done your work before then, that's absolutely fine as well. Okay, see you later.